What drones would smooch a human? Before we start, I want to show you a surprise. Ta-da! I've got an OC. His name is Ninjago. He'll be here from now on to cross his arms and look mildly annoyed when I say stuff sometimes. Alright, so, onto the topic. We know from Uzi Dorman, and less so other characters, that the worker and disassembly drones are not huge fans of the human race, but can we determine that there might be some drones that not only like humans, but love them? Absolutely. In this video, I have found 4 characters that I have deemed candidates for the Queen of Meats tattoo, a symbol of BHC, big human, charisma, addiction, but only one will get to bear the tattoo. Each will have a trophy on how good they are at worshipping BHC, starting off with our first competitor, Absolute Solver. I don't know why I put her on this list. She blew up the planet Earth, imploded Copper 9 and killed all the human characters. Mitchell debatable, we know of. If he put what in Nori were to be canon, then that means she had a baby with Dr. Chambers in Nori's body. But if I tried convincing Liam to retcon that into the lore, he'd probably throw me into a wood chipper. Van to Black Brimstone trophy. Yuck. Yeva. Yeah, I'm not holding any punches. I still think she and Mitchell did the deed. However, to be a Queen of Meats, you've got to love all humans. If we were to assume Yeva is a similar age to Nori, she would probably be a much maturer type than, let's say, the Copper 9 students, and would probably not fancy polygamy. Plus, going by how she thinks of the Dr. Chambers name tag, she very clearly doesn't like some hairless apes. Bronze trophy, an improvement from Solver, but could do better. Now for someone people will have strong opinions on. That's right, everyone's least favorite office girl Jay. Far back as she was a maid for the Elliotts, she never shown willing hostility towards human beings, presumably by her need to treat every interaction as something business related. She is entirely submissive to being chained down in the basement with Tessa and Sin, only desiring to escape upon realizing Sin was about to kill all the gala's attendees. Later she was corrupted with the Solver and made to kill a whole bunch of people, but as this was against her will, I'll give her a pass. In the pilot, when we were led into thinking JC Jensen was managing the disassembly drones, J, and lesser extent V and N, were completely obedient to their fictitious rulers and didn't question the orders given by the Solver. Of course, N went on to become Uzi's husbando, and be a frenemy of Team Uzi, but when J was revived after the reveal of spacesuit Tessa, she persisted on being a human bootlicker. If we wanted to, we could say that J, drawing herself as a human, suggested that she herself wanted to be a human and see herself as above her fellow worker drones. Though as Nori and N have also done the same, I'm not sure, though a ladybot version of Uncle Ruckus would be cute, I'd admit. With how harshly she treated N, even stepping on him, I'd imagine if confronted by a human, especially some high-ranking JC Jensen employee, she would act in a completely opposite manner, being entirely submissive and allowing them to do Allah knows what to her. Though I will have to give her the silver trophy, even after finding out she was hit by Cynthia Cubian technology and that Tessa was dead this whole time. She had much more priority in saving herself from any suffering and continued to serve her. This would very well jeopardize the safety of any humans that might be still alive on any exoplanets if the psycho flesh suit wearing girl's core wasn't eaten by Uzi. And now finally, for the moment you've all been waiting for, who is our number 1 human worshipping, flesh and bone loving, big human charisma loving drone? That's right, it's Emily. Now most of y'all are either probably really confused, or think I'm missing a huge chunk of my brain. While it is true that 4chan memes are not canon to murder drones and we never see Emily talk about humans, I have found another explanation to serve the crux of my argument. If we were to draw assumptions on possible beliefs and attitudes drone society may hold based on how real-world human culture can treat historical events, we've got a really compelling case. Much older drones, more specifically those enslaved by the human race, have had a first-hand experience being forced to work against their will and have suffered. Their offspring, however, have only known about this from their education and what they've been told. They might not fully grasp the concept of their pain, and as young adults still developing weird and freaky tastes, might find the concept of this somewhat enigmatic race that enslaved their parents to actually be pretty hot. It's kind of like a reverse furry situation, but instead of humans wanting cartoon animal GFs, it's robot girls wanting human hubbies. You can't argue that drones don't have a frisky side to them, because in Cabin Fever we very well see Rebecca and Darren head to an old cabin for an, I quote, immoral makeout session. Of course nothing about this means Emily is specifically a human worshipping degenerate. Heck, even Poker Girl Lizzie could secretly wish she was chained up in a dungeon by a whip cracking guy named Todd, but her nerdy glasses would make her more likely, going purely off physiognomy. Congratulations Emily. Not only do you get this nice gold trophy, but you also get to be branded with the dishonorable Queen of Meats tattoo. Unless you've got some spare parts to replace your now permanently marked face. Good luck trying to seek employment. That'll be all for today folks. If I don't end up turning into Nux Taku, I'll probably make next theory a little more tame. Ciao.